everyone, we're excited you joined us today. I want to start out with a question. Have you ever felt disappointment in your life? Have you ever felt disappointed with your job, your family, your friends, your finances, or unmet expectations? Of course you have, because disappointment is part of our life. Let's take a look at our scripture for today. It's found in Psalms 40, verses 1 through 3. It says, "I waited patiently for the Lord to help me, and he turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet on solid ground and steadied me as I walked along. He has given me a new song to sing, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see what he has done and be amazed. They will put their trust in the Lord." Man, that scripture gives me so much hope. Disappointment is inevitable in all of our lives. The definition of disappointment is to have failed or unmet expectations. It often leaves us feeling defeated and discouraged. In preparing for this Devo, I was thinking about times in my life where I've felt major disappointment. I have 3 kids, and one of my daughters was born with a rare medical disorder. And in my pregnancy, I was healthy. I did all the right things. I ate all the right foods. We did all the tests, and everything we thought was going to be okay. But then when she was born, she was extremely sick. And now what I thought her life would look like is completely different. We've had long hospital stays. We've had appointment with specialists. We've dealt with countless insurance companies. She takes medicine that is very hard to get. And my daughter will deal with a genetic disorder for the rest of her life, unless God miraculously heals her. And there are a lot of details to her story, but I will tell you, there was a lot of disappointment at the beginning. I was disappointed with God, with myself, with the medical system, with doctors, and with the life that I thought she would have. Disappointment can really come from so many things, so many sources. Some of you right now might feel disappointed with your friends, your spouse, your job, and even your church. The danger of disappointment is that it can steal our faith and kill our motivations and desires. The scripture that I read is really an excellent picture of how God brings us through the disappointment. We first need to understand and remember that God never leaves us there. He always comes to help us. He gives us things like worship, the Bible, godly friends, our church family to help us through the disappointments. And the good news is that God can restore our hope and give us something to believe in. Not only that, but hopefully people will be able to look at our lives and see what we walk through and notice God's goodness through it. With all the disappointment that came with my daughter, with her diagnosis, God did not leave me there. She has grown, she's thriving, and if you see us at church on a Sunday morning, she's running around acting silly. And, I've also realized that some of my greatest disappointments has brought my biggest blessings. That might sound weird, but in my daughter's life, it's made me a stronger person. It's made me grateful in all the small things. When she comes home with a C or a D on her report card, I am super grateful because I know what it took her to get there. It's also put me in circles that I can speak into now that I would have never been able to if I didn't go through the disappointment. God really wants to walk us through every season, including the disappointment in our life. He's not scared of our disappointment. Let's really try to trust him in the process. I hope this Devo has encouraged you today. If you're walking through a season of disappointment, maybe leave a comment so we can know how to pray for you. We hope to see you here tomorrow. Have a good day.